Hey guys, what's up? Welcome to Slightly Dramatic. I'm Shawl Vanessa Martis, and this is my third time trying to do this shit. So I am slightly pissed as well. This is not cool. Very annoying. I feel like I'm being punished for procrastinating my whole day. And also, it's not like I was procrastinating, but I was procrastinating. Wow, what a way to say that. Anywho, I'm quite upset about it. So it's been quite hard trying to make this happen right now. And I don't want to get into it. I'm not going to talk about it because it's honestly going to piss me off. So anyways, welcome to Slightly Dramatic. Thank you so much for watching. I am going to be speaking about relationships in your 20s, the type of societal pressures that we have, and what dating may look like in your 30s. Also, I'm only 31, so I don't know if I can speak for the 30-year-olds as a whole, but I can speak about what I know, maybe. So yeah, so yeah, keep watching. Thanks. Okay, so dating in your 20s. Now, we all know what dating in your 20s are like. Now, for the people who have had like really great relationships and who are married and who are enjoying life with whatever, and they have not really gone a little cuckoo, good on you. Love that for you. Very nice. But for the rest of us who have had like challenging time, those are the words that I want to use. A challenging time finding something more stable, someone more compatible, or just making better decisions when it comes to guys. Probably this is more for you. And for the girlies who have been in a relationship for 10 years and all, if you want to relate to these friends, please watch this, because the moment that you as friends say, don't worry, you're gonna find someone, listen, listen, please don't say that. I know you're saying it out of love, but it's one of the most annoying things to hear, dude. Like, it's just like, bro, you in your 10-year relationship who has never had the issue of trying to experience the dating pool and speak to someone and try to like gauge whether they are serious, not serious, what they want, are we compatible, are we not, are our lifestyles gonna match? Please, 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 okay, please. No shade. So either ways, a lot of us in our 20s have had few roller coasterish sort of experiences when it comes to our relationships. And in your 20s you kind of forget that compatibility is, you forget forgetting, you don't even realize that compatibility is a thing. You get what I mean? Like, for me it was just like, wow, what a feeling. Oh my god, he's so cute. What a feeling. Oh my god, he texted me today. Let's go. Now, also, when I'm speaking about this dating era of mine, or just a lot of the people who may be watching, is also that we didn't have social media, bro. We didn't have red flag, green flag, bare minimum, high standards. We didn't have attachments, styles. What is that? Anxious attachment and avoidance. And what is the other thing? What is the other thing? we didn't have we didn't have this playbook. Okay, we didn't have all these setting boundaries and all of that. No, we didn't. Okay, and maybe some people knew it, good for them. There were some of us who didn't. Okay, and that sucks. Okay, because no one told us. Our reference, our gospel of relationship, was the notebook. Everyone in their 20s, or like at least in your teenage years, wanted this notebook love story. And because of that, we would put up with anything. And you'd be like, yeah, this is love. This only is love. This feeling that I'm feeling, whether he's like being honest, whether he's being whatever, this has to be love, bro. I will make this work somehow. So I think a lot of us in our 20s did put ourselves through some relationships that have been very questionable, or even if they're not questionable, let's say they're just normal relationships, and you realize there are things that are not really working for you, or your needs are not being met. You were just like, huh, teak, like, it's okay, we'll see. It's fine. This is what it is. This does seem like a very personal take for sure, but I know that there are other girls out there who have been through this shit. I know. please raise your hands up, please, because at this point I'm looking for y'all. Yeah, so in your 20s, you do tend to put up with a lot more from relationships, or at least in the relationships that you're trying to form. You forget what, a spark is. I mean, you forget what compatibility is. You don't even, like I said, you don't even know what it is. And you stay in relationships for longer than you should have. And, at some point in your 20s, reality really hits, and you do realize that, damn, there are going to be some big issues in life that are going to come up, and you look at your partner and you're just like, hmm, yeah, no. Like, this, no, we're going to kill each other, bro. Like, let's not take this. I'll kill you. I don't know about you, but I will kill you for sure, so at some point when reality hits, and you are going through it in life in so many ways. You're looking at this pie chart of your life, where it's work, relationship, friendship, lifestyles, family, parents, this, that, and then so many of these things are falling apart, and then your relationship should be something that keeps it together for you, not completely, but I should be able to rely on the person that I'm with. And then at some point in your 20s, when you realize that this person is not it, Loki sucks, guys, but it is what it is. So it's your relationship in your 20s, I'm saying that way too much, it's getting annoying even to me. It is a roller coaster ride, and it's turbulence. It's complete turbulence, emotional, mental, physical, in whatever sense. And it's quite daunting. But what else adds to that is the pressure that you may feel from society. I wouldn't say I personally know anyone who's been married against their will or something like that, but I'm sure there are people out there who have gotten married in a hurry, or who have gotten married because of societal pressure, or they have rushed into relationships trying to lock down this guy or girl who they are with, just because they feel like they're not going to get anyone else in the future, or they have tried too hard to be in a relationship, and it's always just come crashing down. And society sort of does that to you. And you know what, like, if I had to personally speak, I don't think society ever did that to me. I don't. As far as I remember, my folks have never like put that sort of pressure on me. Like, you need to get married now. Like, when are you gonna get married? Like, that has never happened to me. Um, I know that maybe it has come up in conversations generally, like, so when are you gonna settle down? But that is such a rare case scenario. So I've never had that pressure from my family. However, I put that pressure on myself. Wow. Sometimes I really feel like I'm my own enemy, bro. I have put that pressure on myself, and I think it's fair to say that a lot of 20-year-olds put that pressure on themselves. I don't know about nowadays, but apart from the pie chart that I was speaking about, like my work and my friendships and my lifestyle and my health and all of those things that I've been thinking about, relationship did have a timeline of its own. I was like, okay, by this time, I don't think I planned when I'll get into a relationship, but I was like, by this time I will be married. 28, 29. I would be like 27, but 28, 29 will work, Oh god. And because of that stupid timeline, I was like, bro, you said 28, 29, now stick to it. It's just I have literally stayed in places where I should not have stayed, just because of this nonsense timeline of mine. And it has put so much unnecessary pressure. I have tried to make things work. I have a like guys, 2025 term, or just term since social media has existed, self abandonment. Like, I have forgotten my own needs. I have forgotten, like, I have just it's so sad. Like, if I had to get into details of it, it's really so sad. I've tried to force relationships to work, just because I'm like, no, like, bro, by now I'm supposed to be married. What do you mean? What do you mean? That, what do you mean? I mean, I did overlook a lot of things just because I thought that I need to have this self-fulfilling prophecy of my own creation. That was just so unnecessary, and I think sometimes it could be you who does it to yourself, and then there's society who does it to you, and then there's your family and your friends and all this crazy pressure. You feel like you're in this insane pressure cooker, just ready to like burst, like please stop. And then came the fabulous 30s. I kid you not. Dude, the way, you know, there is something about the 30s, okay? It's very daunting till you get up there. It really is, because you feel like before 30 you need to do so and so, okay? And the place that I was at 29 was so different that I couldn't comprehend it. I'm like, this is not clocking in. This was not on my timeline. Okay, I'm here now, but like now what? Like I didn't know. I was like, I know that, like I know what's happening this year, but I don't know what's going to happen 2 years down the line. So I literally, whatever timeline I had, I was like, it's out, bro. Like it's out the window. Fuck it. It's just gone. Like there was just nothing that could bring me to, like there was no crying over that spilled milk. I don't think that's the right saying for this, but like there was actually no point of me worrying about all the things that I had not achieved that I thought I would be achieving by this age, right? So now I've already crossed 30. I'm like, so now what I'm worried about? And honestly, after 30, people stop worrying about you also. They're like, okay, she will see. Whatever has to happen will happen. you know? So I think 30s, I don't know about for the men. I can only speak for the women. I think it's a very calming age, honestly. I think it's a very nice age. I like it. I feel like the pressure has just been lifted. You just feel like, oh, now what? I'm here. I didn't plan what I'm gonna be doing after 30. I didn't plan it. So it's okay. I'll just go with the flow. I'll just see what happens. But again, apart from me being all carefree and free spirited, there is a part of me that does want to be in a relationship and settle down at some point in my life, and when you're in your 30s, you do realize that you cannot be dating the same way you were dating in your 20s. In my 20s, a lot of us do not tend to think about compatibility, or we just go with the spark and feeling, and we think, oh, this is what the timeline's supposed to look like, great, let's go for it. But in your 30s, it feels like a very similar timeline. It's just that you care less about it. But now you realize you have to be like super intentional, bro. Like it's like going, like meeting someone nowadays is so hard. Like it's genuinely so hard. Your social life changes so much. The way you socialize changes so much, and like I don't go out as often. I don't, like, so many things have changed that the dating criteria has become really tight, and there's no one asking you out on dates. I don't like it. In your 30s, especially now that I have gotten back into the dating pool and all of that, I've really had to think about, okay, I've actually had to sit down with myself and think, so what did my dating actually look like in my 20s? And if it looked like A, B, and C, why did it look like A, B, and C? If XYZ did not work out, why did it not work out? Why was I there in that situation in the first place? And how can I avoid it? It does come down to understanding what went wrong before and what part I had to play in it. Because at the end of the day, if I had to look back at my 20s, I was the common denominator there. Like, I'm not, look, okay, I can totally say that, see, I'm not the problem and all of that. And I don't think I am. Like, ultimately, I don't think I am. Like, I don't think I was a bad girlfriend or shit like that, okay? But I let way too many things slide. I did not think, oh, this is something I don't like. I have explained it to the guy. This guy is not understanding, and he's just like, this is how I am, and I still stay. It means what now? This is a me problem, right? So I really had to sit down and reevaluate like what's working, what's not working, and how can I show up better for myself. And if I'm going on a date, what exactly am I evaluating? And it does sound very low key boring. Like, I'm not gonna lie, it's been quite stressful, guys. I feel like I'm going for it. It feels so corporate. It literally feels like I'm going in for an interview, and I really don't like it. I really dislike it, and I'm trying to find a way to make this dating experience a little more fun. So like just for a story time. Now, I'm not a believer of online dating. I know people who have online dated. One of my best friends did. And this is back in Kuwait. So in Kuwait, if you are online dating, you would possibly come across someone, and you could ask anyone in Kuwait whether you know this person, and this person will know someone who knows that person. It'll be like someone's my friend's father's neighbor's uncle's auntie's daughter. So it's I feel like it's a little okay in Kuwait. I don't know, someone has met someone who has no idea who they are. I genuinely don't. But in the UK, you genuinely have no idea who these people are. And if you ask me, that's scary. That's really scary. Because I'll tell you why. I had a conversation on the phone with this one guy, okay? We were chatting, and it was not too much of a chat. It was just like, honestly, with Hinge, I rather get on the phone call, get to know the person on the phone, and then be like, listen, no. So this guy wanted to do a vibe check. I'm like, okay, let's do your vibe check. He's like, I just want to make sure the date's not going to be boring. I'm like, oh, fine, we'll see how fun you are. So I got on the phone with him. And at some point of this conversation, he's asked me, so, do you live by yourself? I said, yeah, I do, but it's like a house share, but um, I have like random flatmates. He's like, oh, so good. You don't have anyone who's going to worry about you if you come home late. And I'm like, "Oh, I'm sorry, what?" I'm like, why would you say that? And he's like, oh, no, it's not what, haha, I can see how that seems, but that's not what I meant. And he probably didn't mean that, okay? But I don't know him. I'm not gonna take a chance. I'm not gonna give him the benefit of the doubt. Bro, who. I'm so sorry, but who says that? Who says that? I died, and he was like, yeah, and then he, like, after we got the call, he texted me saying, that was a fun conversation. I was like, for whom? For whom? I was thinking, how do I get off the phone? And it wasn't like a long conversation. I think it was 20 minutes, but it was just, I was like, I don't know who that conversation was fun for, but it just reminded me that I could be Jane Doe'd at any point, so I need to like be really careful about my life. So yeah, Hinge is just not it. I have met nice, decent guys on Hinge, but I just don't buy the whole Hinge thing. Like, I'm not convinced with. I need it to be organic, bro. Like, I have tried, and a lot of people have told me, hey, listen, so I have had friends who Hinge has worked out for, so you can never say you may find your soulmate there. No, I don't want to meet someone on Hinge, okay? And I know it's probably like it's not going to be working in my best interest, but I genuinely don't want to meet anyone on Hinge. Like, I want to meet someone organically, okay? I want to have eye contact, and I want to like speak to the person, and I want to feel some spark. You get what I mean? You can't feel that on Hinge. Like, it's either like, oh, the texting is fun, but the phone call is dry as hell. And if the phone call is fun, when you meet the person, it's awkward as hell. And then you had to do the whole, the first date should be a coffee date. Are you kidding me? Look, I don't mind that, okay? But how to go all the way to freaking London to get on a coffee date? Huh? No nightlife, no nightlife, nothing. What do you mean? it's exhausting to be dating so intentionally. It really is, especially when you're not used to this whole dating concept. You know, in my 20s, I remember, I mean, I have gone on dates when I was way younger, but I just knew off the bat that no, it's not gonna be it and all of that. But at that point, I didn't need to cut these guys. Of course, we still stayed friends. We're like, yeah, it's not gonna be a thing, but we'll stay friends. But now it's just like, I don't be friends with you because you're asking me questions like there's no one at home to worry about you. No, I don't want to be friends. We can be friends, okay? So yeah, it's really scary out there. I don't want to meet someone on Hinge and be Jane Doe'd. Yeah, I do hope to meet someone organically, but that's the thing about dating right now. You need to be super intentional. You need to sit down with yourself. You need to understand what you want, what you don't want, and how you're going to approach these dating cycles and circles. And it's you are arranging your own marriage. 2025, you are arranging your own marriage, bro. My mom gave up on me. My mom didn't even try. She tried with my sister and it didn't work. And she was like, you deal. You do what you want to do. You have been, you have lived your 20s as is. You deal. Arrange your own marriage, bro. Don't ask me. Don't ask me. Like, there have been people who have come up to her and she's like, no, she will do it herself. And I get it, okay? Like, I absolutely get it. Like, I think it becomes really awkward for parents to be like, no, they're not interested and all that stuff. So it's just easier to, like, let your kids be. But I think the concept of dating has been, especially after your 20s, is that you're trying to arrange your own marriage. But yeah, that is what the dating game is like in your 30s. Being intentional is quite hard because whatever you knew as dating in your 20s have to go out the window. You have to sit with yourself and your demons and you have to be like, girl, what were you thinking? Hmm? Were you thinking at all? At all? No. You need to go through those phases as well. And then you have to put yourself out there, probably do things that you probably don't want to do, but you do them anyways because you want to be in a relationship now. Oops. That's what it's like dating in 30s. Thank you so much for watching. Oh, wait. No, I had more. Sorry, there is a conclusion, guys. I just went on and forgot the conclusion. Wow, amazing. Anyways, okay, so the conclusion is okay, regardless of what happened in your 20s and what your dating history was like, and I mean, since I did give a bit of grief over my dating, 'cause whatever, I don't regret any of it. I genuinely feel like all of this dating experiences and being in these relationships and getting out of these relationships it's so important, right? Because I think that's when you realize what you really want, what's working for you, what's not working for you, and you learn a lot about yourself, and you learn a lot about how you show up in relationships and for yourself. And it's because of all of these relationships that I have come to the conclusion. I don't want to say conclusion, but I've learned, I mean, I have managed to understand myself better, and uh, I've understood, or at least drawn down a set of rules on how I want to show up better for myself and for the next person that I'm gonna be with. It's has a lot to do with being honest with myself and just what I want, and also having the sort of discipline and boundary setting. So I don't think. I mean, I think when I'm really down in the dumps with my emotions, I could say like, "Damn, I'm so stupid. Ew, what is wrong with me?" But also, I feel like that experience was very important for me to understand, because now at least I can take better decisions for myself. And it's unfortunately I required some character development. So God is just like, this stupid girl. Let's send her some crazy experiences. She'll be an amazing storyteller. Love that for her. I will not be telling stories about my life like that, guys. I'm sorry, it's too much. The second thing is, I mean, if I had to like, I mean, if I had to give advice, I don't like giving advice personally, okay, but I'm gonna do it anyways now since like I'm a podcaster and all of that now. I forgot the second advice, but the first advice is like don't rush into anything. Don't force anything. You know, the thing is, I'd like to say that, oh, I actually don't know a lot of girls who think like this. I know I'm an overthinker, but also a lot of people don't discuss these things that they're going through, you know. Maybe with their friends they do, so from externally you can't really say whether someone's going through like a similar situation. But genuinely, don't rush into anything. Don't think that just because you're 27, 28, like you need to have a timeline or you need to be married. And you also, if you're like in a long ass relationship and you're not happy in it, like leave. You know, I don't think you should also stay in something just because of the term or the time period that you have been with a person. It's I'm sure people do that. So maybe, yeah, don't do that. Don't do that if you're not happy. And yeah, don't rush into things. I know I had another thing, guys. This is so sad. I'm low key. Mm, bro. Oh, I got it. I got it. Number three, I think this should have been number one, but genuinely sit down with yourself and think about what the hell you want in a relationship. And you know, having said that, even though today I know what I will put up with, and okay, first of all, I'm not going to put up with anything, okay? Second thing is that, like, I know what I will not put up with, okay? But it's still hard to be like, no, this is not okay. Especially when you're a people pleaser, okay? But you have to sit down with yourself and you have to think about how you showed up in previous relationships. What are the things that you put up with and what you're just not going to put up with anymore? You know, it is such a hard breakthrough for a lot of people. For me as well. Like I've had it's really hard to like sit and have all of these crazy flashbacks and realize why didn't no one like slap my face once in a while. Like, you know, also I was a very reserved, I still am, I'm a very reserved person in my relationship. Like I don't share my shit outside, you know. But like, but if something's up, I'm an easy read. But I am someone who's very reserved about what happens inside my relationship. I'm like, no, if anything I will figure this shit out, you know. It took me 3 to 4 years to figure some shit out, but here I am, all figured out. Wow. So yeah, that's my second point. So yeah, take the advice, guys. Take it with a spoon of sugar or a spoon of salt. You know, whatever works for you. I don't know. Thank you so much for watching. This is my this is my episode on slightly dramatic. I do hope you enjoyed. Again, if you did like or if you didn't like, just comment below what you liked, what you didn't like, what more you'd like to see of. Comment how much you love me, how much you hate me, and you know, just engage, just engage for your girl over here. I'm trying, guys. These technical issues are killing me. They really are. It's not cool. Yeah, thank you so much for watching. I do hope I do hope this episode made sense because I am really trying to like snowball here on some things, okay? I really don't want to be one of those people who's looking at a screen and it's like, yeah, this point A, B, C, D. I'm really trying to be authentic. And that's hard because I'm someone who takes time to be myself. But again, I'm speaking to myself on a camera, so like I don't think it's that hard, to be honest, at this point. Thank you so much for watching. I'm Shirl Mensa Martis, and this is slightly dramatic. Be dramatic. Go be dramatic your whole life. It's so much fun to be dramatic. Be dramatic. Just don't hit anyone. Don't throw anything on a wall. Don't break things. If you're angry, just punch something, which I did in my previous video. But yeah, be slightly dramatic. Love you. Bye.